Hey guys, BP105 here. Like I mentioned in a couple of my other videos that I've made and posted to YouTube, I recently acquired some new outboards to add to my collection. This is another one of the ones that I got from Steve Green recently. This is a 1964-1965 Evinrude Light Twin 3 horsepower. Again, this one was sourced from Steve in Mandurah, built in Bankstown of New South Wales in Australia. I've done some research on the model number. I don't know if you can see. I'll read it out to you. It says 3402-R. That puts it as a 1964, I believe, or 65 I should say, but it's got a 1964 decal or vice versa, something like that. But because it's Australian, they've changed the production runs of either the decals or the serial numbers. They've held the outboards back slightly as a result of that. Anyway, so when I got this one from Steve, it needed quite a bit of work. Someone had stripped all of the threads in the engine block, so I had to unfortunately get those helicoiled. And then I had to get a new gasket from Mulling Marine, because the other one had really been well, ruined, I suppose you could say. But it's always good practice to put a new head gasket on any of your outboards that you're rebuilding. It has the original spark plugs and spark plug leads, and basically it has the original ignition system, because it was actually in remarkably good condition with a nice, bright, snappy blue spark on both cylinders after I cleaned the points. I had to get this new Tilleron, this nice new Tilleron from Doug Penn in America again, because it didn't have one on it actually when I bought it. So this has the weedless lower unit, or the weedless drive. The fuel tank, when I originally got it from Steve, wasn't this one. This is a replacement one that I had to get from him with a recoil starter. The original one on this outboard had a little label on it, which put it to being sold by a place called Sprunks Marine, or at least that's what I think the label says, which I believe is local to somewhere in Western Australia, so it hasn't travelled far from its home. After, like I said, the new head gasket and helicoils in the cylinder head, it has quite nice compression. I'd love to give it a start for you along with some of the other ones. It's got very nice response. I should really set up my camera so I can show you me pulling it over. It is quite a nice little outboard, but unfortunately it's never been running right since when I first got it. I put in a new carb kit from Doug Penn, but she still just won't keep running. I know she's got good compression. Originally I was running it with an external fuel tank, because it has provision for that on the side of the block. Just here, like some of the later ones, like my 1968 5 horsepower Johnson. This one can run a fuel pump as well. Anyway, so at first I thought that the pressures that I could achieve by just squeezing the primer bulb on my fuel tank were too much, and it was just forcing the flow down, so it was just continuously flooding the outboard. That's why I wouldn't stay running. But after a carb kit from Doug Penn, it still wouldn't run right, so I talked to one of my other outboard collector mates over here in Perth, and he suggested that it could be something to do with packing for the low-speed needle. When I first got it, you used to be able to move this needle right around, and you can still do it a little bit, but not as much, so it's better. But it could still be a lot better. Anyway, since then, it still hasn't run right, so this is a work in progress. What I might do, I might add some updates on this as I go along, maybe about the carburetor and some other things to help any of you who might be rebuilding some of these at one stage or another. But I'm quite happy because she's got the original impeller, or water pump impeller, from 1964 or 65, whichever year she was made. And when I've had her running, she's pumped quite a lot of water, which I was quite happy with, more than my 68 5 horsepower Johnson. And that had a brand new impeller on it, so that could just be the water pipe up to the block. But anyway, this one didn't need it didn't need to have a cylinder hone or anything run through it. The bore was in very nice condition for its age. I mean, there are a couple of old outboards around Perth and whatever, but you don't really see many out on the waterways on Swan River or whatever. So I'm quite happy to be the owner of all these nice old Evinrudes. Anyway, I'll keep you updated on this one, how she goes, and I'll let you know hopefully when I can get it running perfectly again. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers, guys.